Hi, I'm Jay from Family Handyman, and behind me is our 1972 Avion camper that I and the rest of the editorial team refurbished. My responsibility was the exterior. Let me walk you through what I had to do to make this thing look so pretty. So the exterior of this camper was anodized aluminum, and I thought I was going to be able to polish that up to a mirror shine. Fact is, this type of anodized aluminum didn't want to do that at all, so we decided to paint it. And we chose Krylon's Farm and Implement paint. It's a highly durable, oil-based paint, and believe it or not, it rolled on really well. I mean, just look at how beautiful this is. Now here's a highlight that turned out really well. This accent stripe was really ugly blue, and this rubber was bright orange. That's the way it came from the factory. That wasn't good enough for us. I chose a white to match our white wall tires, and believe it or not, this rubber molding is still available today. And when we got this trailer, the bumper and the tongue were in pretty rough shape, and they're steel, unlike the shell being aluminum, so we had rust. We sandblasted it and coated it with a rust preventative paint, and then more Krylon Farm and Implement paint, coated it. This thing is better than new. Now for a finishing touch, we had made a vinyl decal honoring the year the trailer was made, and we think it was a perfect finishing touch for this camper.
My portion of the restoration was mostly inside. I installed the floors, painted the entire interior, I upgraded the lights, and I swapped the toilet. Let's go take a look. Now first up was the flooring. Now the trailer had old linoleum flooring and it was in pretty bad shape. There was holes in the floor and the edges were curled up a little bit. I cut off the edges where it was curled up, stapled it down, and patched the holes with a floor patching compound. Then we were able to lay the vinyl flooring. Vinyl flooring was an obvious choice for this trailer. It's really easy to install, it's really durable, and it looks nice. Not to mention, after a weekend out camping, it's also extremely easy to clean. Then we put on some base shoe, and we were done. I was also tasked with updating the lights in the trailer. Before, they had incandescent lights that ran really hot and burned up a lot of energy. We swapped them out with LED lights all over the place. Here we swapped an old fixture for this LED recessed puck light. Behind the valance here, we use LED light strips for mood lighting. And we really liked this original fixture, so we kept it. We took the bulbs out and wired in LED strips inside the fixture. Back here, we added more LED light strips above the bed, and we added a reading light. We wanted this really nice modern fixture, but we had to put a 12-volt bulb inside of it to run off of our 12-volt system. We were able to do an easy swap of the toilet in the bathroom, but what made the biggest difference, in my opinion, of the look and the feel of this place was the paint. We wiped off the grease and the grime off the walls and then covered them with a stain-blocking primer, followed by a few coats of latex paint.
So we repainted the cabinet doors, and there were some that were damaged, beat up, heavily water damaged, and those we actually replaced. And then we put on some new hardware to give it a fresh, updated look. We also reconfigured this kitchen cabinet and added these beautiful rich light countertops and polished up the old stainless steel sink and put in a new refrigerator and an induction cooktop. And here's my favorite project. It's a tabletop, hinges up, houses a cooler that slides out to the outside.
So all told, this took about 3 months to refurbish this trailer inside and out. Along the way, there was some uncertainty, but I think all the hard work really paid off, and this thing is ready to hit the road. Now, if you want to learn more about this camper and each editor's individual projects, go to familyhandyman.com.